Man, am I glad we pulled an assignment to the east of the city this time. It'd be a long walk all the way back over to the west gate.
Hold on. Are we even sure the East Gate will be open? Last I heard, it was still on lockdown from all the high-level indigent activity.
It was, but they just lowered the threat level earlier today. The gates are officially open for business. One of our teams must have gone out there and kicked some furry indigent butt, huh? Seriously? That was you? Cool.
I don't think so. Those Grexes we took down were fairly routine. Definitely not something they'd lock both gates over, at least.
Then I take my cool back. But wait a sec. You guys fought Grexes? The two of you? Hey, that's still pretty cool. They've been hassling a lot of teams lately, especially how they hunt in packs and all.
Let's not get too excited. Confidence can be good. Overconfidence can be fatal, especially when you're new.
Yeah, you're right.
But enough talk. We've got our mission to deal with. Let's head out.
Roger. That probe isn't gonna install itself. Let's get to the East Gate, shall we?
Hey. Yes? Hey. Here I come, sunshine.
Let's see what we
Go,
got.
Panther! Flame grenade! Infuriate!
Move in and do some damage.
All or nothing!
Side slash.
The hell? Stop me,
Use
cold.
an aura. Get control of the battle.
There's no substitute for real combat.
Hope I didn't get in the way.
Remember the day you fought me.
Locked and loaded.
Engaging. Lay down some fire for me.
I've got your cover fire.
Shadow
Flame
strike.
grenade!
Now, melee attacks.
Chrome armor!
Side slash. Not balance.
grenade!
Shadow strike!
Almost down, but not out.
My adrenaline's rising. Sky engine destroyed. Move in and strike.
Dealing with lives messed up.
Early burn. I owe you one.
Chrome armor!
Move in and keep the rhythm going. Now, melee attack.
Flame grenade!
Engine destroyed. Move in and strike.
All or nothing!
Shadow strike.
Yes! Now tackle it up close! Assault hammer! Just me? They picked the wrong guy to kill back. Attack from range. Follow me.
I've got
Assault
fire.
Now, follow with a real
Now,
bone
my
crush.
turn.
Hit him
Flame
again.
grenade!
Yeah, you're on top of this now.
Infuriate!
Side slash.
Slit!
Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike. Early burn. Upper hand.
Attack from range. Follow me.
Sliding.
I've got
Slinger.
fire.
Shadow
Flame
strike. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
All or nothing.
Side slash.
Close in.
Infuriate!
Early burn.
Assault hammer!
Sliding. Slinger.
There's no substitute. Well, ain't that a kick in the pants?
That's true on any point.
Here I come, sunshine.
Engaging. Later. Fire.
I'm punching a hole in you.
I've got your cover fire.
Shadow strike.
Wild down.
Sliding. Slinger.
Wild space.
Side slash.
Infuriate!
We can lay
Right.
it.
This'll work best now. Assault hammer!
Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
All or nothing. Yes. Now tackle it up close. All right.
Sliding.
I'm ready to go find an opponent that's worth our time.
Hope I didn't get in the way. Punch first. Ask questions
Shadow
later.
strike.
Wild down. Fire carnival.
Side slash.
Assault hammer! Done. Now blast with a bit.
Target
Well
set.
done. Clear. Cover fire.
Now, melee attacks.
All or nothing. Now let's go find an opponent that's worth our time.
Nice work.
Level up! I think even my cooking got better.
Here I come, sunshine.
Let's see what you've got.
Fire Carnival!
Nice! Come in and do some damage.
All or nothing. Recuperate.
Early bird. Now, melee attack.
All or nothing.
That's the deck. Move in and keep the
Flame
going.
grenade.
Sliding slinger. Tide flash. Shadow strike.
Now let's go find an opponent that's worth our time.
Hope I didn't get in the way. What? What the hell happened here? You don't think that one Sinicula could have killed all these simius?
Unless
Unless... what?
this is bad.
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That Sinicula. It's a tyrant.
Huh? But it looks just like any other Sinicula.
Think about it. Your typical simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical Sinicula, right? Usually we'd find one simius standing over 3 or 4 Sinicula corpses. But here, the tables have been turned. And I don't see a single trace of any other indigents in the area. There's only one explanation. That Sinicula is a tyrant.
Let me check the Blade Report database. If there's a tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo. There was a Sinicula tyrant sighted not too long ago, but it was a couple of segments further out.
It could have followed the blade that spotted it back towards New LA, or come here to feed, or who knows what.
That's crazy. I can't believe there's a tyrant right on our doorstep and HQ isn't doing a thing about it.
Well, don't forget why they sent us here in the first place. Frontier Nav's range is still limited.
Oh, right. They couldn't track it if there's no local probe. They must have lost it when it went off the grid. The tyrant designation is given to creatures that pose a special threat in the area. That doesn't always mean raw strike. Some tyrants will actually register as low rank when we find them out in the field and engage them in combat.
But don't let that fool you. If a creature shows up as a tyrant, you can be sure it's got at least one nasty trait or ability to speak of. The system can't account for everything, though, so don't let your guard down, no matter what rank it assigns. Even some of Blade's very best teams have come back with serious injuries after running into a tyrant in the field. If they come back at all.
Well, all right. I'm game if you are. Count me in, Elma. Let's do this. If we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. We can't just keep running forever, you know? Besides, I'd never forgive myself if someone else ended up getting hurt because we just left it here.
All right, let's do it. But don't push it, okay? Either of you. If we can take it down, great, but if not, even just luring it away would be a moral victory. As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This will be tougher than anything else we've faced.
Here I come, sunshine.
Fire!
With head
Target in sight!
Fire Carnival!
assault hammer!
Shadow strike!
All or nothing. Yes. Now tackle it up close.
Extreme edge!
Infuriate. There's no substitute for real combat.
Nice work.
Attack from range. Follow me.
I've got you covered, fire.
Assault hammer.
Shadow Strike!
Wild spin.
Sliding Slinger!
Wild down. Toppled him. Close in.
All or nothing.
Side Knight! Move in and do some damage.
Infuriate.
That's move in and keep them going.
Got it. Let's pack some more punch. Now let's go find an
Move in and
opponent
strike.
that's worth our time.
You're turning into a fine blade. I'm proud of you.
Punch first. I'll
Flame
punch you later.
grenade. All or nothing. Got it. Now blast with the spin.
Target and
Wild
flat.
spin.
Shadow Strike!
Watch me lay in.
Side slash!
Now let's go find an opponent that's worth our time.
Let's keep it up.
They're off guard.
Flame
Stab them
grenade.
with a melee attack.
Fire.
This will
Fireball.
knock them off balance.
Shadow Strike!
Come on.
Sliding Slinger! Scream Edge! Pendant destroyed. Move in and strike! Upper hand!
Flame grenade. Attack from range. Follow me.
I've got you covered, fire.
Shadow Strike!
Chrome armor.
Appreciate that.
Wild down.
Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Watch me lay in.
Side slash!
Infuriate.
Use an aura! Get control of the battle!
I'm off balance. Ah, I need healing.
I should heal up first. Sliding Slinger!
Crack top.
Shadow Strike!
Wild spin.
Side Knight! Move in and do some damage.
Stop it.
Chrome armor.
No peace looking at the sky. Something's always all around. Stay quick with the guns and cannons. Standing in front of cannons.
Sliding Slinger!
Then call out dealing with lives messed
Wild
up.
down. Wild
Flame
spin.
grenade. Are like
Weaken
stone.
him and lay in.
Smooth by the times of battle.
Cooking's like that too. Practice makes perfect.
Here I come, sunshine.
Let's see what you've got.
Assault hammer.
Shadow Strike!
Whoa.
I owe you one.
Flame grenade.
Side slash!
Split.
Sliding Slinger!
Wild spin.
Scream Edge!
Wild down.
Split.
Close in.
All right. I'm ready to unload on.
Slinger!
Hit him again for me.
Shadow Strike!
Got it. Let's pack some more punch.
Side slash!
Wild spin.
Split.
Use an aura! Get control of the battle!
Chrome armor.
Slide Knight! Move in and do some damage.
All or nothing. Now let's go find an opponent that's worth our time.
We got him. Let's move. Lay down the fire for us.
I'm punching a hole in you.
Sliding! Let's topple them! Close in!
All or nothing.
Lay down the cover fire! Flame plug!
I owe you one.
Fire! Fire!
Sliding. Hostile neutralized. Switch to close range combat.
Flame grenade.
Shadow strike.
Give them time to breathe.
Move in and strike. Early burn. Sliding slither. That's it. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Got it. Let's pack some more punch.
Side slash. Upper hand.
I think I've hit my limit. Heal me.
Shadow strike. Sliding.
There's no substitute for real combat.
Let's keep it up!
Good. More practice. Strike first and strike hard.
Now it's my turn. Side
Assault
slash.
hammer. Got it. Now blast them a bit.
Target in sight. Now, melee attacks.
All or nothing.
I owe you one.
Hard work always pays off.
Side ice. Move in and do some damage.
All or nothing.
Green edge. Destroyed. Move in and strike. Shadow
Flame
strike.
grenade. Sling edge.
Upper hand.
Fire carnival!
Sliding ice. Move in and do
Now
some
let's go
damage.
find an opponent that's worth our time.
Let's keep it up!
Attack from range. Follow me.
Target in sight.
Flame grenade.
Shadow strike. Side ice. Move in and do some damage.
Chrome armor.
Early burn. Move in and keep the rhythm going. Side slash.
Got it. Let's pack some more punch. Yes.
Upper hand.
Now tackle it up close.
Shadow strike.
Flame grenade!
Move in and keep the rhythm going. Sliding slinger! Scream it! Move in and do some damage.
Chrome armor!
Upper hand. Side slash.
Hit him again for me!
Flame grenade!
Now, melee attacks.
We are awesome!
Nice work, Lynn. You fought well. You did too. Now let's get down to business and install that data probe. If we stay here for long, there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a frontier nav site. It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
Okay, the probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods. Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try. Good. Now we just need to give it a minute to reach the target depth.
And installation complete. We are now online with a solid connection to Frontier Nav.
Excellent. See? At the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
That'll do it for your training. Let's head back to the barracks and report to Secretary Nagi. Strength comes from experience. That's true on any planet.
Here I come, sunshine.
Let's see what you've
Flame
got.
grenade!
Shadow Strike!
Wild Dash!
Scream Edge! Connect destroyed! Move in and strike!
All or nothing!
Lightning Slinger!
Trash Chuck!
Side Ice! Move in and do some damage! Side
Full
Slash!
armor!
Upper hand!
Recuperate!
Shadow Strike!
Here I come, sunshine.
Let's see what you've got.
Flame grenade!
Early bird!
Carnival!
Now it's my turn!
Full armor!
Lightning
Bring it down! We can lay it!
Assault hammer! Slit edge!
That gets him. Move in and keep the rhythm going. Yeah!
Flame grenade!
Trash Chuck!
Upper hand. Shadow Strike. Lightning
There's no
Slinger.
substitute for real combat.
Let's keep it up!
Attack from range. Follow me.
Target Cyberbolt.
Flame grenade!
Scream Edge.
Land slow!
Back.
Appreciate it.
Full armor!
I owe you one.
Assault hammer! Got it! Now blast him to bits!
Lightning Slinger. Side Slash. Side Slash.
Watch yourself!
He won't beat me.
They're off
Flame
guard.
grenade!
Stab them with a melee attack.
This will knock them off balance!
Fire!
Assault hammer! Got it! Now blast
Lightning
him!
Slinger.
Wild!
Shadow Strike. Side
Slit
Slash.
edge! Full armor! Slit edge!
Bring it down!
Lightning
Flame
Slinger.
grenade!
Scream Edge.
I need healing! Flame grenade! It's on now. Close the distance. Chrome armor.
Now it's my turn.
Fire carnival!
Nice. Move in and do some damage.
All or nothing.
That's the sense of them. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Assault hammer.
Hanging down! We can only lay it!
Right. This'll work best now.
Get your
Flame
adrenaline going!
grenade.
Sliding slinger. Side slash.
Now, follow the real bone crusher.
Now it's my turn.
Hey! Commander Vandam.
Well now, look what the cat dragged in.
Sorry we missed you last time. We could have come to meet you at HQ, you know.
Indeed. I suggested as much. Twice.
And we know how much I enjoy being told what to do. Anyway, I hear you tangled with a tyrant, way out of your league, on a training mission, no less. That was reckless, and goddamn magnificent.
So, Commander, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit here today?
Well, I can't just ask Nagi to do everything for me. I'd be out of a job.
Hey, I delivered you the new recruit, didn't I?
Yeah, you won the bet. Don't worry about it, all right? I'll settle up with you later. You know I'm good for it.
The bet?
I'm sure I'm needed elsewhere. If you'll all excuse me, Commander.
Well, that wasn't obvious at all.
Huh. Look at you two. I swear, you're like two children excited about a new toy.
Look who's talking. I don't recall ever seeing you file a request to personally train a rescue before.
Is that so odd?
It is before we'd even asked him to become a blade, little miss stick in the rear.
Usually I ask when I don't get your slang expressions, but something tells me to just let that one go.
Enough about that. Where are your manners, anyway? I still haven't been introduced to our new recruit here.
Commander Vandam is Blade's top officer.
In a past life, I was chief engineer on the White Whale. Same idea, basically. Someone has a problem, I fix it. You follow? Huh. Not much for conversation, are you?
So you still haven't told us why you're here. From the look of things, I'm guessing this isn't a social call.
You don't think?
No. So let's cut the crap and get down to business.
Ha! Sounds like you're learning my expressions just fine, Elma. Anyway, first we need Chatty Cathy here to choose a division and pull an assignment.
Pretty much everyone in New LA works for Blade, in one of several different fields. Helping to explore Mira, or to maintain order in the city, or, well, you remember Nagi's speech, right? There are 8 different fields in all, and each one has its own branch within Blade. Officially, they're called divisions. Naturally, you'll want to choose one that best suits your personality and your talents.
Let's start with the Pathfinders. Pathfinder's #1 responsibility is planting data probes, like you did on your training mission. It may not be the sexiest job, but important? You bet your ass it's important. We've only been on Mira 2 months. We don't know jack about this place. The more probes we install, the faster we can get our bearings here and give ourselves a fighting chance.
We've already detailed how important it is we expand the Frontier Nav network ASAP. So, for the time being, I'll just remind you of the highlights. It helps us keep Blade safe. It helps us keep the city safe. And most important of all, it's the key to locating the missing parts of the Lifehold and recovering the rest of the human race.
Okay, next up, Interceptors. You met Akalov and Evans, right? Irina and Gwen? This is their division. Interceptors have one main duty: protect New LA and everyone in it from the wildlife here on Mira. Right now, this is probably our busiest division. Interceptors ride shotgun for the research eggheads, they escort VIPs around, and they help any other idiots who get caught out there with their pants down.
Next are the Harriers. Remember Doug Barrett, the Skell pilot conducting the test flight with Lynn? He's part of the Harriers. If you think of the Interceptors as defense, Harriers would be New LA's offense. They specialize in preemptive strikes on clear and obvious threats. But only on clear and obvious threats. They're not meant to go out and just blast any indigen that moves.
And you got your Reclaimers. These guys are in charge of finding the other pieces of the White Whale. Among other things, that is. Including anything of ours left behind after a battle. Skell debris, weapons, personal effects. It can get a bit morbid, frankly, but it's gotta be done. Until we're up and running here on Mira, and have this place completely figured out. Everything we brought from Earth needs to be treated like it's irreplaceable. Also, the search for the Lifehold. That's mostly on the Reclaimers.
Next, Curators. Curators are the first to scout ahead to unexplored territory, bringing back whatever samples they can get their hands on. Fruits, bugs, sticks and stones, you name it. It's not all picking berries, though. Being a curator also means being the first to encounter unknown indigens.
Next? All right, prospectors. Prospectors do, well, prospecting. They poke around, looking for minerals, resources, and whatnot. Things we need for everyday life here. We packed all the essentials we could on the White Whale, but that won't last forever. We need to be able to replenish our water and fuel if we want to survive. And sooner or later, we're gonna have to figure out how to replace things from scratch. From the socket on a Skell's knee joint, right down to the frying pan in Lynn's kitchen. Without these guys busting their butts, we'd have no future to speak of.
Next up, outfitters. All of our ground gear and scale weaponry is developed in conjunction with private arms manufacturers, or AMs. Outfitters are Blade's way of supporting these AMs. They'll seek out anything that might inspire new weapon ideas, and even assist with testing new prototypes.
Finally, the mediators. These are the folks who keep everything hunky-dory with John and Joan Q public. Any problems a civvy has, they come to mediators. Fight with your neighbor? Mediators. Lost cat? Mediators. It's not a division for everyone. You need to be a jack of all trades, and a people person. Someone with my charming personality? Probably not the best mediator. But if you got what it takes, it's a clutch role, keeping things cool on the home front.
All right, so I think that's all 8 divisions. Any idea which one you'd like to join? Don't fret about it too much. Whichever you choose, you still have a lot of freedom in how you operate. Mediators can still get out there and mix it up, hunt indigents, whatever. And if a Harrier wants to take a break and settle an argument, that's their prerogative too. To be honest, even though it's sort of frowned upon, you can actually change your division whenever you like. So there's really no reason to stress about this. All right, you ready to choose?
Yeah, and? We're on pins and needles here.
Then it's settled?
All right. Thank God that's over. By the power invested in me, yada yada, you're officially a Blade.
Congrats, and welcome.
I know you're gonna do great.
Now for the job. Let's get down to brass tacks. Nelson's team has gone missing. Last contact we had, they were installing a data probe out in eastern Primordia. Then, nothing.
Nelson. Pathfinders, right?
Are we talking indigents here or what?
Your guess is as good as mine, but they did have a skell with them. You'd think they could hold their own, or at least run away.
All right, we're on it. We'll head to their last known location and go from there.
Report whatever you find ASAP.
Of course. Let's move out.
Roger that. Even my cooking got better.